All right, Father Steve, what other parishes have you been assigned to in your time as a diocesan priest?
I was ordained in 1992, and my first assignment was St. Paul's on the south side of Akron. I was there for 5 years, and then after that, I went to St. Mary's Parish in Hudson, where I was associate there for 6 years. And then I moved to St. Francis Parish in Medina, St. Francis Xavier Parish in Medina, and I was there for nearly 4 years when St. Hilary Parish had an opening for a pastorship beginning in March 15th, 2007, which I applied for and was assigned. And so I moved here to St. Hilary's March 15th, 2007. I've been here for 8.5 years.
Okay. Now, what about our parish sets us aside from other communities that you've been in?
Well, I think one of the hallmarks of the St. Hilary Parish experience is the number of ministries that we have. When I arrived, there were probably 80 some ministries, and now we have about 114 ministries. So there really is something for everybody to do, and those are ministries of education and faith formation, ministries of social justice and concern, ministries of spiritual formation, all kinds of opportunities in terms of liturgy and vibrant worship. So I would say that probably is one of the great hallmarks of the St. Hilary experience is that there are so many ministries. Plus, I think, we have probably one of the largest schools in Summit County. So having 615 students at a school really impacts the experience of what the parish is all about.
And then can you, as a diocesan priest, can you explain some of the things that you do in our community?
Well, I think one of the great things about being a diocesan priest is the variety of things that we do on a daily basis. So obviously the hallmark, and probably the thing that's the greatest, is our involvement in prayer and worship. So, our daily masses and weekend masses, baptisms, weddings, funerals, but also education. So teaching over at the school, teaching adults in various RCIA classes and other adult education opportunities. Visiting our residents in the nursing homes or in hospitals. People don't realize that parishes actually are assigned territories, and we are pastorally responsible for everything that happens within that territory. So there are 10 nursing facilities also within the St. Hilary territory. So Father Breck and I wander around to all the various nursing facilities and anoint and visit with those people. And then, you're counseling people who are getting ready for marriage, you're meeting with families as they prepare for funerals for loved ones, people who are in various, crises or discernments for what they want to do with life. And so there's an endless variety of things that happen and endless ages. So you could be in the morning with, older folks, in the afternoon you could be with kids over at the school, at night you could be with teenagers. So there's a great variety in terms of what we do for a diocesan ministry.
And through your vocation and these different activities that you've described, what kind of interactions do you get from some of the people that you're with through these?
Could you clarify your question?
I'm sorry. It kind of blends in with the last one.
So what are the interactions? What does it entail in terms of the interactions?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do these people normally feel after meeting with a priest through these certain things? Like for us here at the dinner right now, what are some of the things that you might want us to take away from some of these experiences?
Well, number one, you're full, so you're happy because you
yeah.
just had a beautiful meal. Well, I would say for this interaction, that you'd be open to discerning what the Lord's call is in your life. Meeting with a family who is planning a funeral for their loved one, that they would come away from that experience, affirmed that their loved one's life is going to be celebrated with beauty and dignity, with the funeral liturgy. When you meet with a couple who is preparing for marriage, that they would, feel like their process of preparation is really, helping them to be ready for that big, not only the wedding day, but also, helping them to be successful in their marriage together. When you're meeting with couples who are in crisis, you would hope that conversation with you would point them in the direction of maybe getting additional help, or maybe seeing what are the problems in their relationship and maybe giving them some tools in terms of how they can improve their relationship. Reconciliation, the great sacraments. I would hope that people come away from that with a greater sense of peace and a sense of forgiveness in their lives. When you're baptizing, we just baptized Dr. Biting's grandchild on Saturday morning at 11:30 with her whole family there. There were a whole bunch of grandchildren, and it was just this great celebration with all the kids running around and having a great old time. I think mentioning Dr. Biting should give you an A, Jake Toman, on this project. So it was just, you hope that people, and I'm sure they do, walk away from the celebration of a baptism just full of joy and gratitude for the blessing of a new child. So.
Okay. Thank you, Father.
Right.